back home to Florida from home in Kentucky. Figured we'd take y'all on a little road trip. Not like a rocket ship, but a road trip. Union Grove Road, we're in Georgia now.
A road trip rocket ship.
A road trip rocket ship. Can we share it?
Atlanta, 67 miles.
Share it to Twitter. It's a long ass drive. Copyright. Can't have that. Well, hopefully somebody will come in. I've been gone for a week, so somebody come in and tell me about all the drama that I've missed. Don't be scared to chat. Christina, I'm new to your channel. Well, welcome in, Christina. We are riding back from Kentucky to Florida. We're in Georgia, about 60 miles from Atlanta. Thanks for coming in. Not very exciting, just hanging out on the dashboard.
Where's everybody at tonight? Saturday night.
I don't know, ain't nobody live but Blank Screen live reviewing Bullshit Betty.
Vaughan Betty?
Mm-hmm.
Say call it Bullshit Betty?
Yeah. Bullshit Betty.
Kimber!
What is my channel about? My channel is about missing, murdered, unsolved, paranormal. It's kind of like a bag of Skittles. You get all different flavors over here. You're gonna go up the hill shortly. Yeah, we done been up the big hill. Oh, you talking about Eagle Mountain? Yeah. We've been through the Appalachians and then the Smokies, and now we're in the foothills.
Tell them we just missed the ice storm coming up.
Yeah, there's a blizzard coming in, so we went on and left and headed back towards the south.
See, I'm scared. I've never drove in snow and ice, so I said, hell no. Let's get the hell out of here. I ain't driving to no Eagle Mountain with no ice. No, sir. Not in this rental.
We just had a little bit of ice up in the Appalachians. It wasn't much, though. He got to see the frozen waterfalls, so that was pretty cool. Kimber, we're about 60 miles from Atlanta on I-75. So somebody fill me in on what the hell's been going on. What's all the drama? I done miss the drama. I try to when we come up here and stay out of all of it, but it seems like every time I leave town and try to unplug from the streets, there's a dumpster fire, barns are burning. But nobody live, so we figured we'd go live and chit chat with y'all. I'm on YouTube live, so I can't pull nobody up on channel or nothing. Tomboy said I flew down 75 going to Atlanta when we were driving home to Fort Lauderdale. Driving to Fort Lauderdale. Christina says I do trails on my channel, different stuff. Well, that's cool. That was not me that the barn on fire, Kimba says. There's Matahari. Hello, my dear. You think things are good now? No worries? Well, that's good. That's good. I'm glad to hear that everything's good now. I saw some boo shit on Twitter. I hadn't really looked into it though. drove all the way from Portland, Oregon to Fort Lauderdale in 5 days. What the hell took 5 days? Hell, I can get from Paducah to Las Cruces, New Mexico in 36 hours. Christina, you can't put your link in the chat unless you're a mod. And if one of my mods are able to go and check out your channel. Miss Stormy, welcome in. I don't mind them putting the link in there as long as it's not some crazy shit. If you had 5 days dump trucks, you could load all the drama in it. Oh Lord.
Uh-oh.
I don't know.
We knew something happened in a week. Something happened in a week that we were gone.
Me too, Stormy. Matahari says, oh, I didn't know anything about Twitter. I hate Twitter. I can't tell you things are good there. Kimber, you should be able to just click on her avatar and choose go to channel. One day in Spokane, one day in Yellowstone, one day in Denver. Oh, okay. Y'all stopped in did sightseeing. I'm a straight through kind of girl.
You don't stop and sleep around here.
Thank you, Kimba.
Straight through. Unless it's to like California, then I gotta go night-night.
Thank you, Kimba. You rock, madam. Yeah, this ain't too bad of a drive. It's about 11 hours to Minnie's, and then 12 hours from Taters.
They don't know
You
what
wasn't in
Taters
a hurry.
are.
They know where my mods know where the boys live. I used to do a lot of traveling all over the United States when I was younger. Good night. Thanks for coming in. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that thumbs up. Share the live out if you want to. Traveling with a teenager, 2 dogs, no hurry at all. Oh, I got you. I totally understand that. We didn't travel with no dogs this time. We went and seen the grandpuppies and the grandkiddies.
We just seen a stray cat at the rest area. We wanted to take it with us.
Hi, Kel. Oh, dude, yeah, we just stopped at a rest area to smoke and stretch, and there was a cat, and it was a cute little cat. Can't have no more animals, or I would have picked up said cat and brought said cat back to Florida. It was a pretty little cat. I hate people that do that shit. It just sucks, man. Like, why would you? People are just dirts. So, Bullshit Betty got a continuance on her case. Yeah, I saw Steve said that it was the 8th. Subs must be paying for a good lawyer, because you know her no job having ass ain't paying for no lawyer. Going in and out because she's on the road. Yeah, I'd probably cut in and out. Hopefully it ain't too bad though. Thank you for coming in, Kel. Hi Thor, thank you for coming in, honey. It's always good to see you in chat. So has there been anything groundbreaking? Y'all see what they did to Crabtree? Now, I saw something about it on Twitter, Tomboy. What the hell's going on with Crabtree? There's Paula. Flannery, welcome in. What the hell's going on? Like I said, I try to unplug. I heard something about he lost his job before I left. What is that? Oh, shit. A whole lot of shit. Well, you get 200 characters, Kel in chat. Neil Homestead, welcome in. Thank you for being here. Insinuated he was snorting while searching. Well then. Heard Betty's criminal case got delayed till March. Wow. Well, I ain't surprised it's Tennessee. I don't have much faith in Tennessee to start with for anything in the judicial system. They've got about just as many missing people as we do in Florida, and it's ridiculous because they can't get the TVA to get off their dead ass and help do anything. That's why the FBI has to come in and clean up, because the FBI is about fucking useless. Dago been going live at night? I didn't see him live. I saw Blank Screen live and Melissa Jade's live. I didn't see nobody else live though. I can't believe her.
Oh, look at this doom buggy. Look at this doom buggy right here on the right coming
I don't think they can see it.
Look at that.
It's not a doom buggy. Oh yeah, it is too. Oh. I thought that rock crawler again. He was here for like 6 hours. Oh, okay. So he's just doing morning show, Tomboy. He was live earlier last night. Oh. Last night I was chilling and cooking dinner for Tater and my daughter-in-law and the mister.
It was good too. Pork chops, mashed potatoes. Oh man.
Well, it was fancy like Natty Ice. I fixed croissants. Fixed fried pork chops, and my signature fried mashed potatoes, and hung out with the dogs. And I posted pictures of the dogs on Twitter, but I'll put them up on my community wall so you guys can see all the grandpuppies. Don't say pork chops so loud, kids will hear you. You saw the grandpuppies? Yeah, it was pretty good. It was pretty good, Thor, if I do say so myself. It was alright. I guess it ain't nothing like Mama's cooking. Both the boys seem like they was pretty excited. Everybody have a good New Year's. What about all that crazy shit going on? You got what do you call that thing? The Cybertruck?
Yeah, Cybertruck.
Cybertruck exploded at Trump Tower, and then somebody run through a bunch of people in New Orleans and planted a bunch of bombs and a bunch of other crazy shit. You just got back from Europe. Already, miss. My mother's cooking. Aww. That's awesome, Thor. I'd love to go to Europe. The world exploded on New Year's. Yeah, Stormy, that's what I saw. Ah, doodle. Camera says it's insane and so sad. Yeah, dude, and I mean, I don't know, I was like catching little pieces and parts of what was happening and going on. Because I really try hard to unplug, but I kind of suck at it sometimes. I think I've got all my notifications turned out. I miss you too, Doodle.
Don't worry, Doodle. We're 9 hours or 8 hours away, I think.
Arctic!
Should be back on.
It'll be late when y'all get back. Yeah, it'll be
4 a.m.
It'll be 4 a.m. time when we get back. How was your New Year's, Arctic? We will drive safe, Doodle. We're out of the big mountains now. We're down in the foothills.
The only other place that's dangerous, I feel like, is Atlanta. When you drive through Atlanta, and once we get past that, we should be golden.
Yeah. Yep. Atlanta gets a little hectic. It shouldn't be bad at night though. How far from home, Thor? We are 7 hours and 8 minutes from home. Y'all get some sleep to do this drive. Yeah, Kel, we normally leave at like midnight, but we slept in this morning and then went to Dad's antique shop and hung out with him and left from his antique shop to hit the road to come home. Yeah, there's a Arctic blast coming through. Is this the Beltway in Atlanta? No, Phil, we are on I-75 South.
I think we hit Atlanta in like an hour and a half or something.
We are in Cartersville, Georgia. We always drove to Florida all night. So much easier. It is a lot easier, Kel. It's a lot easier on the vehicles, which this is a rental. This ain't the Mustang. But it is a lot easier on the vehicles, and it's a lot easier on me because there ain't so much damn traffic. No, we won't hit any ice, Kimber. We left before the ice come. Coco says she's singing Georgia in her head.
Georgia.
No, it shouldn't be that bad in Atlanta. Don't be showing them boobies and distracting Mr. Sunshine. Oh, hell no. I ain't trying to die on this ride, girl. You ain't see no boobies. He's supposed to be focusing on the road. No boobies on the road. And it's freezing up there. I think it got down to 8 degrees.
There was icicles hanging off the sides of the mountain. Like when you drive through the cut out mountain, there was friggin' icicles 6 feet long hanging off the rocks. I'd never seen that like that.
Yeah, he's from Florida, so he ain't never experienced
That's why we got to go. I'm not driving in no ice and snow. No. Not in this one.
You got too much snow, Coco? Yeah, we've seen a lot of vehicles that must have been coming down from way up north that was covered in brine salt, but we only saw a couple patches of ice coming through the Appalachians. Lisa Joe, welcome in. Those icicles are scary. They look like a death trap. Yeah, he's from Florida, born and raised in Florida, right outside Orlando, so he never seen icicles like that. And usually he's driving, so he doesn't get to see the waterfalls, and he got to see snow on top of one of the mountains. So he was pretty excited about that too. I try not to point out a whole lot because I'd rather not die on the way home. It was a nice trip though. It was got to see my sisters, my dad, my boys, and
Your son?
I got to see my grandson. I spent like 8 hours on the road today and 8 hours yesterday. Ooh, Lisa Joe. We gonna do our 12 hours and call it quits for 6 months. We only do the trip about every 6 months because the kids are grown and my grandbaby's 2 hours away from Minnie. So yeah, Kimber, he is so damn cute. I'm gonna send you pictures. He's so cute and so smart, man. He's 9 years old, and oh Lord, like I didn't understand half of what he was talking about, so I just did a whole lot of shaking my head. And yeah, bud, that's cool. But he is so super smart, and he's just like Minnie, just plucked straight out of Minnie's butt. He is a doll. When the time is right, my daughter Freya was to give you and Mr. Sunshine a tour at NASA, and you know she worked. Oh, thank you, Thor. That'd be awesome. I'd love that. I would love that. We've been there once. To where's that place we went on the Space Coast?
To the Cape Canaveral.
Cape Canaveral, where we went. Went to the dog show yesterday and today, and it was like 4 hours away. Oh, okay. Minnie looks just like you. Yeah, Minnie does. He's my little carbon copy. He is my Minnie. He's Minnie Monster for a reason. He's my little carbon copy, and he's built just like me and looks just like me, and the grandbaby is a spitting image of him. He's a cute little shit. Of course, he's got the blonde, pretty long hair. All the boys have long, pretty hair. Of course, Tate's hair is red, orange, red, whatever the hell you want to call it. It looks orange to me. And Minnie's got blonde hair, and Kai's his name. He has blonde hair. Just a cute little turd. We went home to Paducah, and there's a restaurant that I love to eat at. It's called the Country Castle.
Yeah, bro.
Huh?
This fucking guy behind me. Go ahead, buddy.
So
Get that speeding ticket. I don't want it.
we went to the castle and
Sorry, road rage over here a little.
ate at the
Guy's following me.
castle. You ever get to Paducah, Kentucky, you got to go to the Country Castle. It's all family owned and family raised and reared. There ain't nothing like it. And then, of course, we went to Royal King because you got to go to the redneck Walmart when you're at home.
I tried on a camo hoodie and they didn't have any 2X camo hoodies, man. So upset about that.
Yep, he couldn't find no camo that fit him. It's hunting season though, so they sell out of all that stuff. You want to move to West Virginia so bad? Oh, dude, I want to come back home so bad I can taste it.
Hey, Doodle, my whole family's from West Virginia. Charleston and Morgantown area. It's beautiful up there. It's so beautiful. And it is.
Yeah, my youngest, he wanting to move to West Virginia. I just want to come home. I want to come home back to Kentucky. Lisa Jo says, I have a friend in West Virginia, Brenda Lambert's sister. Actually, oh, okay. Yeah, there are a lot of cases up around this way, and you know you're a true creator and an advocate when you're driving through a town. And I'm telling him, this is where Crystal Rogers went missing. This is where Andrea Knable went missing. This is where Sebastian went missing.
We see the sign for who's the girl with the reward 20,000 on the in Kentucky there, on that highway.
Crystal Rogers.
Yeah, I seen that sign. Right on yeah.
Who wants to be Thelma to my Louise? Love you, Phil. I miss you. Brenda Case was just covered on the Mountain State Mysteries today. That's awesome. I do not remember names like that. They're burned in my head. Like, I couldn't tell you anybody's phone number to save my soul, but I can tell you towns and names of missing cases that I've been involved with. Like, I mean, y'all know there's thousands and thousands of missing people, but especially if it's a case that's home, you know what I mean? Like, it sticks in my head, and he gets to hear the brunt end of it, especially when I get frustrated with law enforcement or families or whatever the case may be. He gets to hear all the ranting and the raving about it, so he's familiar with a lot of the names. And, you know, it felt good to go through Nashville. We was close to Kimber, but it was like 3 o'clock in the morning, and she had to work the next morning, or I'd called her hind end and told her, I stopped down here at the truck stop. Hey! I knowed her'd been asleep. I thought about you, though. I peed. Of course, I stand out there smoking a cigarette. Stood there at the truck stop. I said, hi, Kimba. Genealogists, and I can't remember names. Those cases that I've been searched, it does get burned in more. I just typically really deep dive on really old cases. Yeah, and I love that, Lisa. I love the older cases, because the older cases don't get nowhere near the attention that they should. And like, you'll see Nightbot will drop the Doe Network, and the Doe Network, I believe, you know, and they're not the only one. They do amazing work, and to be able to see a cold case, and I hate that word, but to be able to see a cold case solved, it warms my heart to no extent. And like, there's an intro, I haven't used it in a long time, but it's a cold case intro that I do a cold case, and it talks about how, you know, no case should ever be cold, especially a child's case. You know, no child should ever be cold, and damn sure shouldn't be a cold case. And I think that's why I have so much respect for people like you and Dawn, you know, Southern Gal True Crime, and Chris Gideon and Arctic, and everybody that, you know, takes the time to deep dive into these cold cases and bring the light back out into these cold cases, because they get lost in the mix. You know, you have a high, and I honestly hate that word too, high profile. What's the difference in one case and another case, other than the fact that media's grabbed a hold of it, or YouTube's grabbed a hold of it, because everybody matters. Every missing person matters. And, you know, it's frustrating as hell when it gets deemed a high profile case. You know, what is the difference in one case from another case, you know? Thank you, Thor. I love you, hun. Thank you so much. I mean, it does. It just irks my soul. It does. It literally irks my soul that you know, you have 2 people go missing on the same day. Like, I'll put it this way. There was, when Raleigh Street missing in Nashville, I actually had a sub that reached out to me, and even Kimber found somebody that was missing, that had went missing right downtown. But them people, you know, if it hadn't been for us, they would have never had a flyer. They would have never had a flyer shared, because their case wasn't a high profile case. It's not bringing in views and revenue, and that just, it's sad. It's very, very, very sad. And it's like, you know, Maddie's case, so Madeline Soto, a lot of you guys know that are OGs here to the channel, or mods, or whatever the case may be. You know, you guys know that happened in my backyard. Her alert come across his phone. You know, I get ones from Daytona for some dumbass reason.
Because we lived there for 3 years.
But he gets sales from Orlando, and you know, I've been right there literally from day one. And you know, you'll hear people say that, especially creators. I've been there from day one, where, you know, a lot of times it's not specifically day one. It's a month down the road or a week down the road. No, literally, like, I was on the phone with search groups that I know locally saying, hey, do y'all need help? I get off work in an hour. You know, if y'all are going to search, I'm there. And one day we went to her memorial. We had 1,000 people in chat, you know. And that's a great way to get people to see, you know, her case. But we not only did that case while her case was going on, that lady out of, I cannot say her name and I'm not going to chop it to pieces, the lady out of South Florida that was carjacked and murdered and set on fire, you know, we went and we drove the route that she was, where she drove, and then we drove the route to where they kidnapped her, carjacked her, took her out to a field about 15 minutes from where Maddie was, and burned her car. You know, and I got out and walked around, showed the burn spot on the ground and stuff. You know, and it's surreal, like when you're standing in a crime scene like that, even though it's no longer an active crime scene, somebody lost their life right there, and it's very surreal, and it really touches you deep. It cuts deep to the soul. You know, and like, I lived in Nashville for 30 some odd years. And driving past Hendersonville, you know, it sits real heavy on your heart, you know. It's real heavy on your heart. Well, what the hell am I going to do at 3 o'clock in the morning? Am I going to get out there and around in the damn woods with a man with bionic legs? No. You know. But you have people like Steve that are actively out there and searching, and it's just constant bullshit and drama. And it's heartbreaking. It's absolutely heartbreaking. I think we're almost to Atlanta now, aren't we?
A little bit, a couple 5 more miles or something to get there.
The cars kind of moving. It says, Lisa says those parts of those places reach across time. Putting a bit, yeah. It does. It really, really does. And I think that's where a lot of creators are detached, because, you know, some of these things happen so far away from them that they don't have that personal attachment to the cases, or maybe that they've never had something traumatic happen in their family, and maybe they don't realize that they're exploiting victims. But you know, I don't understand people can't just get along and act like adults. It's very sad. Very, very sad. Hi, honey. Thank you for coming in. We're just driving down the highway, chitty-chatting. Chitty-chatting. So a lot of you guys know I pick for my dad. We pick antiques in Florida, and we go up to Kentucky for my dad's antique store. Well, I was today years old when I found out that people collect buttons, y'all. People collect buttons. Like when you was a kid, you take your grandma's buttons and put them in a slingshot and shoot your brother in the ass with them. Apparently those are worth money. I'd never guessed that. Yes, we actually took him a green piece of uranium glass and a white piece this time. nice night, Paul. It's beautiful out here. Yeah, we took in uranium glass last time too.
Yeah, we always find at least one.
We always find this one piece of uranium glass. And I found him a piece of Fenton glass. We took him that this time. And, a whole load of shit. Hell, I don't even know. Chickens and cast iron skillets. You love hunting for uranium glass? Yeah, I got Mr. a black light where he can check it. My daughters love that, Lisa Joe. It's quite cool how they glow. It is really cool. It is really cool. And like, I didn't realize, until Dad, because he's had an antique shop most of my life, one placer. But this one here, he's had for about 3 years. And where he's at now. And he builds furniture. He reclaims like houses and barns and stuff like that. Rebuilds furniture. And he builds just some beautiful pieces. So we pick him up like what he calls smalls to sell in the shop. Like this time I got him an antique nutmeg grinder and a cast iron nutcracker with a squirrel. It was squirrel. And then a Griswold cast iron skillet, 2 Wagner cast iron skillets. And then them's from the early 1900s. And I'm trying to think what else we took him. Like folk art. He sells the shit out of folk art. So I found him some music boxes that was folk art. And an picnic basket. All kinds of stuff. You keep one in your purse? Hell yeah, Lisa Joe. Ours is in the Mustangs. When we got there, Dad said, "You got your light with you?" "No, it's in the car. We're in the friggin' rental. We didn't bring anything with us." Because he didn't have his at the shop. Yeah, same Lisa Joe. I didn't know anything about it until we'd come up here and visited. Was it Christmas?
When? Last time?
Yeah.
No, we were just there in July.
No, I'm talking about when he was telling us about the...
Oh, it
was Christmas. Last Christmas. Or Christmas before last. I don't know, one damn time when we come up here. And he was telling us about the uranium glass, because his partner that he works with, the glass guy, or that they co-own the shop or whatever, is a glass guy. And Dad's working on like wood and cast iron and stuff like that, so he's learning glass too. So he's taught us a lot about glass. Hi Kaylee, how are you, honey? Can find amazing furniture up here in New England. They sure don't make the quality. No, yeah, right. And Dad, what he does is like, up here in Kentucky, there's like a lot of old barns, like falling down barns, and he'll drive up and tell them, I'll pay you $200 if you let me keep the materials. And they take everything off the land. They tear the barn down. They take all the wood, nails, anything. They take everything off the land, take it with them. And then Dad rebuilds furniture with it. Like, what did he call that thing he built with the chickens on it?
I don't know, but it was awesome. I got pictures.
Pictures? Well, I'll post pictures of this last thing that he just built on the computer wall. I can't remember what the hell he called the damn thing. He makes a lot of pie cabinets, but he calls it something else.
It is Atlanta. You can probably when we get to the skyline, nobody's ever seen Atlanta. Show them the big skyline.
It should pick
I think
it
it's
up.
for a minute.
In half a mile, keep left to stay on I-75 south.
There's I think that's a walking, nope, that's a driving bridge. I give y'all misinformation. Alright, we're in Atlanta, y'all. Atlanta? Yeah, Atlanta.
Keep left to stay on I-75 south.
We're going to need an antiques channel in Discord. I can definitely
Continue
build
on
one
I-75 south for 9 miles.
when I get home to the laptop, probably tomorrow. If somebody will remind me, I'll put I'll make an antiques channel in my Discord, and we can post all kinds of stuff. I have a backup channel, and Fizzy Puff, one of the other advocates that I work with on Twitter, she actually had a really good idea. She said, you know, which this idiot, that I ought to take my backup channel and turn it into an antiques channel and repurpose it, because I love to repurpose stuff. I make pet beds. I don't think I've posted any of them on Discord. There's some on Twitter I've posted on Twitter, but I could post them in Discord too, because I love repurposing stuff, and my grandmother taught me how to sew when I was a little girl. So I make cat beds and dog beds, and because them damn things is expensive. And I figure if I repurpose and reuse materials and just make one, it means a whole lot more to people than it does. You know, you go pay $50 for a damn pet bed, I can make one in an hour. Then I put a guaranteed sticker on, you can throw it in the washing machine and the dry, and some bitch ain't gonna come apart. Yeah, they're expensive, Kimber. They're, what, $50 for a nice pet bed? Hell with it, I'll make one. You need dog stairs for your big baby to get on the bed. We have dog stairs that Buddy uses to get up on the couch. Hell, I could probably make them too. You know? I bet I could. I make just about anything I put my mind to, I reckon. Lisa says I can't sew. I have a really cool old ass singer, but built into a desk, restored and got working again. But I don't sew. I don't sew with a machine. I can sew everything. I can send you a picture of the ones I got from Amazon. Thank you, Kimber. Yeah, those old singers are beautiful. The stairs, I know you can make them. Thank you, Kimber. I bet I could make a set of them. Because I have buddies there at the house. And I could tell it. It's kind of like an artist can look at a drawing and paint it or draw it. I can kind of do the same thing with sewing stuff. I've been subbing to the Crazy Lamp Lady 8 to 10 years. She's out like every day buying and recycling, antiquing. I love that. Those aren't wood, material, and foam. Yeah, that's what Buddy's got, is the ones that's material and blocks in them. And you can buy that foam. These people can't drive. Y'all done went flying through the damn car. Yeah, oops. My dog weighs 65 pounds. I bought some foam ones, but they were kind of a joke. Well, the ones that Buddy has, believe it or not, the pit bull uses them. And he's a hoss, if y'all have seen him. The pit bull uses Buddies sometimes to get on the couch because he's quite thick. He is quite the pit bull. Right down and throw y'all on the ground. Did you see that? Sorry about that. Your dog is a petite mix. Ours is he's actually a Staffordshire Terrier, but
oh, we forgot. Where's my shirt? Man, I'm supposed to get my I'm skinny. I'm fat.
I think she forgot it up the house.
Dude.
I'll get her to mail it to me.
Dude. I just remembered
It's a
that.
pit bull mix. I love pit bulls. I got to Taters. When we got to Taters, you know, they have a Siberian Husky, and he's actually from Siberia. Because my daughter-in-law spent a lot of time over there, and he is just beautiful. His name's Desi. If you've been around the channel for very long, you've probably seen pictures or videos of him. And they don't smoke in the house because she has asthma. So we was sitting out on the front porch. I sat down on the front porch and went to smoke a cigarette, and I said, "Why do I hear another dog? That is not my grandpuppy. That's not my Desi. Who in the hell is that?" And it was a polar bear and a Great Dane, or not a Great Dane, a damn German Shepherd. You could get them phone blocks probably next to nothing. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Sounds like another pit bull. He's fancy, man. They're a bunch of big. He is a big baby Matahari. I made a St. Bernard, an outdoor dog bed out of
Half a mile. Keep right.
another bed. That's a really good idea. 3 Dobermans, Leisure, Cookie, and Tiny. Aww. Sweet babies. Well, now they've got a German Shepherd. Her name, y'all gonna get short versions of the names because I don't know how to speak Russian, so I'm not even gonna try. But the German Shepherd's name is V. And then they have an Alaskan Husky.
In half a mile, merge onto
What is her name?
South, I-85 South.
I've been calling her Polar Bear the whole time we're up there. Son of a bitch. What's that dog's name?
Nora.
Nora. And V is a full-blood German Shepherd, and I threatened to put her in the car and bring her home to Florida with Grandma and teach her how to be a search dog missing people.
Continue on I-75 South for 7 miles.
Your son taught himself how to swear in Russian because I could swear most languages except Russian. Why can I see him doing that, Matahari, little dirt? That's priceless. Yeah, my daughter-in-law, Tater's fiance, she speaks 7 different languages, and Tater speaks Russian, German, and Spanish. St. Bernard is an asshole, but anyone ever breaks in the house, hold up a blow dryer, he's leaving us for dead. Not the blow dryer. Right, Matahari? Little shit. I could see him doing that too. Tater, his dad taught him German when he was real little. And then he's just picked up Spanish. And she's Dominican, so he's learned a lot more Spanish since they've been together. And then she's Russian. So it's really cool. My pit bull is afraid of everything except people. That is Aunt Christy's sweet baby. Her is the sweetest pit bull. It's called Crazy Lamp Lady on YouTube. She's got 299,000 subscribers and a lot of thrifting. That's awesome, Phil. I'll have to check her out. I will definitely have to check her out because I love anybody that does that. Repurposing, thrifting. That's a lot of fun. I really enjoy it. Like, I love thrifting to start with. Like, I hate retail stores. There's no, like, I have no love whatsoever for a retail store. I worked in retail for a very, very long time, and I don't care nothing about it. So, I've been thrifting for many years, yard selling, and then when we'd come up to visit Dad, he was like, you know, I sure wish I had somebody in Florida that could pick for me. I said, well, we could pick for you. And it just kind of become a thing. So now every time we come up with a carload. And this time we were out of room and had to leave stuff behind. Because when we come up in the summertime, we might have a few things for people, you know. But when we come up at Christmas, we're coming up with antiques and Christmas gifts, and, you know, it becomes a lot. And it's like a jigsaw puzzle trying to get everything in the car. But it's good for the soul, though. It's my decompression away from everything. I like to go to the Goodwill and stuff and just look around. And sometimes, you know, you might not find anything at all, and then sometimes you walk in there and find a megalodon tooth. It just kind of depends on the day, I reckon. He found me their $1,300 pair of Nikes. I do, Kimber. I love me a good trip to the Goodwill. And if you follow me on Twitter, I try to remember to put them on my community wall too. Always do a week pick. So I'll pick one thing that found out of the week and I'll post it on Twitter. But if Lisa Joe wants to start, what we'll do is we'll start a Discord channel, and I'll just start putting everything in there that I find, and I'll start dropping Dad's furniture and stuff in there so y'all can see these beautiful pieces that he builds. We found some pretty stuff this time. He's so spoilt though, because usually we bring him a lot of stuff. And time it was just a couple boxes, and he was kind of surprised. He was like, that's it? That's all you brought?
Well, he didn't. We brought him the tables. We brought him to the house, and so he probably didn't think about them tables.
Yeah, I loved it. Well, y'all, we've been going right an hour, so I'm going to go ahead and cut it short, because that way it's not super long for people to watch. But make sure that you hit that like button, subscribe, hit the bell if you ain't already, and watch. And hopefully I might go to try to do a live tomorrow night. I'm going to try to get into the habit of doing a live every night.
On I-75 South.
And we'll get back into the algorithm and get back to doing what we do best, and get some interviews with some families.
On I-75 South for 3 miles.
Work on getting that second channel running, and get some antiquing over there and some picking over there. Peggy, welcome in, honey. Thank you guys for all being here. I don't know if y'all can see me. It's awful dark in here. Y'all can kind of see me. Hello. Thank you all for being here. Appreciate y'all. You guys make good choices. Remember, if you see something, say something. It takes a village to raise a child. We never give up. And I will catch you guys on the flip side.